Hey, good morning, everyone. Pastor Sean here. Listen, I'm going to keep it brief this morning. I know I always say that, but I really am this morning. One verse, listen up, John 6:44. Here we go. Jesus said, "No one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws him, and I will raise him up at the last day." John 6:44. That is a profoundly important passage. Maybe you've never heard it, but let me break this down for you on what it means. It's real simple. Nobody comes to Jesus unless the Father draws him. Did you get that? Nobody comes. You say, well, Sean, when I got saved, I woke up one morning or I was at a church service and I felt compelled. That's exactly right. You felt compelled. Where do you think that came from? It wasn't your own volition. It wasn't because you're so spiritual or you're smart enough to know you need to come to Christ. Listen, He is the one that draws every believer, every single person who is saved. They are saved in response to the wooing and the drawing of the Holy Spirit, not of their own accord. We don't get credit for that. We are simply responding to something that He began in us. Okay? Why is that important? Well, for two reasons. Number one, maybe you're watching this morning and you're thinking, you know what? Everybody sows their wild oats. Everybody goes through it when they're young. I'm still young. When I get older, I'll become a Christian. I know enough. And when I'm good and ready, and when I'm done, and when I'm ready to settle down and get serious about God, I'll just call upon the name of the Lord. You don't know that. You are assuming that you are going to have the ability and the opportunity to do that, but you don't know that for two reasons. Number one, you may never make it to that point. God forbid that something happened, but we don't know what tomorrow holds or even today. What if you lost your life today? Then what? It's too late. You don't get to call upon the name of the Lord. Don't assume that you're going to live to be a ripe old age, because many people think they were going to and they're no longer with us. And so don't make that ridiculous and irresponsible assumption that you're going to live till you're old enough later on in life when you're ready to settle down. Then you can just, hey, okay, I'm ready, and God's going to answer that. You won't. Not if you're not here. Number two, even if you do live that long, you will not come to faith unless He draws you. You can't. I mean, that is what that passage is all about. So whether or not you live to that ripe old age is one problem, is one concern. Number two, even if you do, what if God doesn't draw you then? You see, the Bible does not promise us, and I will challenge anybody on this, it does not say until you take your last breath, God's going to draw you and plead with you. He does, but it also talks about turning us over to a reprobate mind. It also talks about how He will not always contend with man. You can continue to reject and reject and reject the drawing of the Holy Spirit, and it could be that you sear your conscience and God no longer draws you, and at that point, you're done. Your fate is sealed. That's why it's so important. When you were at church last Sunday, not necessarily here, but I'm just using an example, and you knew in your heart, it was about to pound out of your chest, God was drawing you. You knew that you needed to get up, but you know what you did? You put it off. You didn't want other people to see you. You didn't want to be embarrassed. And so you're like, I'll do it next Sunday. I'll do it next year. I'll do it after I get married. I'll do it after I have kids. Let me tell you something, brother. You don't know that. You are not promised that. So I'm here this morning to just remind you, if He's drawing you in any way, shape, or form, you better jump on that. And I mean quick, fast, and in a hurry today. If you need help, reach out to me. I'll walk you through it. But listen, don't gamble on eternity. You don't decide when you're going to come to Jesus. He does. Okay? So that's a word for you. I love you. That's why I give it to you. And listen, I got to go. So do you. Go to work. Have a blessed day. I love you once again. I'll see you later. And God bless you and your family. Take care.